I just need something just to get me right.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
That's right. Michigan play today?
They're playing right now. They're playing your boys. And we're down now.
You're down? Why do they always play down to state? It doesn't matter how good Michigan is, but like every year.
I think a lot of it. It's early. It's still first quarter. So.
Bro, state wins.
Quick thing. What do you have your view on?
My view?
Do you have your view on speaker or do you have it on?
Yeah, how do I change that? Because like sometimes
go in your upper right hand corner, it should say view.
There we go. I got you.
And then switch it to gallery so that way it can be side by side.
There we go.
Otherwise it's just showing up as speaker.
Cool. All right. I was always wondering why sometimes when I drop one of our episodes it'll do that. I didn't know how to fix it.
Yeah, because your view is off a little bit. But what's going on?
Dude, not a whole lot. Just working like a dog. Chilling. How about you?
Same, man. Work is crazy. Had to get some people right real quick because they was getting a little beside themselves talking about my team.
You're checking people?
I had to, bro. It was getting out of hand.
Ooh.
So
like coworkers, or who are you talking about?
So like I'm a part of this director's team in my unit, and they just were consistently saying like incorrect things about my team, and I wasn't gonna allow it.
Who's your team? You talking about Michigan?
No, as in my particular team as part of our unit.
I got you.
And I was like, I can't do it. So I had to get like, pump your brakes, calm down.
I wish I could have seen that so bad, bro. I love when you kind of go at people. That's one of my favorite things.
It was getting ridiculous, bro. Like, y'all don't even know what you're talking about.
I love that you don't take shit. That's my favorite thing about you, Mo. Like when you like you're like, I have no patience for bullshit. Like, and you'll just say it how it is. I love it.
I can't, because it's like, bro, I'm not gonna sit there. At a certain point, you just can't allow for people to sit there and tell lies and just be BS, and I can't stand for that, bro.
Yeah, and you're the head of your department, aren't you?
Yeah, my particular team, not the head of my department, but the head of my team. Yeah,
okay, I got you. Yeah,
I still report it to my senior executive.
Right. So I understand why that'd fire you up. If someone's talking about your team and you're the head of it, it's kind of your job to be like, you know,
I need you to calm down.
Go to bed.
Calm down. But yeah,
that's cool.
So
I was in Michigan last weekend, bro. That was a beautiful Saturday.
So yeah, we need a part. We need a follow up of what happened. The game didn't go well.
Dude, not at all. I was having the time of my life. Like the first drive, I don't know if you remember, it was like a 55-yard bomb to that other Saints like rookie. So I was losing my shit. I was going nuts. I had a couple Saints fans around me. We're like high-fiving, hooting and hollering. And then like that was the most upsetting like last 3 minutes of a half like ever, bro. 2 pick sixes in under 3 minutes. Like their fans are running up and down the aisles, like shaking me, like what the fuck now? And I'm just like, oh, like it was brutal, bro. Really hard, humiliating. So yeah.
Oh,
you know, it was a pretty mixed crowd though, so that was what was crazy too. Is I had some people in front of me that were like Saints fans, and they just kind of like turned to me when shit would happen, and we just both like shake our head and just like, maybe next year, man. This ain't it. So I'm back on Team Jameis. Let's bring him back. Get him right. Andy Dalton's not it. We really need a quarterback in general, though. Actually, like I think, like in the draft this year, that's what they need to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, flew into Michigan like that night. Didn't get any sleep. You probably understand this too, man. Like I have never flown first class. I've always been like, that's a waste of fucking money. But like, if I have money someday, bro, planes are not friendly for people that are 6 feet plus. Like I cannot get comfortable, bro.
Terrible.
Like it's.
I did get lucky one time and flew in first class, though.
Was it amazing?
It was luck. I didn't buy it. It was luck.
But was it a good experience?
Oh, it was fucking phenomenal. I was supposed to go. I was going to New Orleans, and so I had a flight that was going from here to Atlanta to New Orleans. Well, when I checked in and everything, I didn't. I only received one boarding pass, and so my boarding pass said that my flight was departing at noon or whatever. So I get there around the time that I'm supposed to, and then I realize like, oh, this was my boarding pass for me to go from Atlanta to New Orleans. I was supposed to be at the airport earlier, but I never got that second boarding pass or that first boarding pass for me to go from Detroit to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So I get there, let them know what's going on. Woman at the gate was really nice. She bought me a direct flight to New Orleans.
Dang.
Leaving within like a matter within like that hour or whatever. I was like, all right, cool, let's let that up. I didn't have to pay anything. And then I get to the gate, and there was a woman that was giving up her first class ticket for her to go sit in business class with her family.
Wow, and so the stars aligned for you that day, bro.
Right. And so they were like, do we have a single rider? And I was like,
like, let's go.
And they didn't say anything. And then so they called my name, and I was like, yeah. They were like, do you want to sit in first class? I was like, oh, well, how much does it cost? They were like, oh, it's nothing.
You're like,
I'm like, yeah.
Like, bro, I'm 6'3". So, like, get me up there.
It was amazing, man. Like and it was on Delta too. Stuff like we. I got like a free meal, like a roast beef sandwich, had a free drink. It was the seat reclined, like the amount of leg room. It was, you got a blanket, like it was like.
Yeah, man. I haven't experienced it yet, but I'm just, this basic cabin shit or main cabin is just not good for people that are remotely tall. Bro. Like especially
like if you want Spirit, just kill yourself because there is no leg room and the seat don't recline.
If you're on Spirit, you got to be going to like a 3 hour or less flight. You can't be on that for very long.
Because it's shit.
So
I be in that thing dying.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
why I can't do Spirit. Like
Terrible.
I need Delta American because I need to be able to recline my seat a little bit.
For sure. But anyway, so yeah, couldn't sleep on the plane worth of anything, right? So I was like up all night, like on the flight. Get picked up by my cousin Friday morning. I'm on no sleep. The wedding was like kind of miserable, like during the ceremony because I was just so tired. But as soon as the reception started and I started drinking, I got like a second life.
Second win.
And had a great time. And then Saturday, I was just chilling with the family, chilling in Livonia and stuff. And just, the weather was nice and just kind of like driving around.
It was a nice weekend.
Yeah, it was great for me because I'm like, I get to enjoy this day of Michigan fall and not like be there and be depressed that like winter's coming, That's what I'd be thinking if I lived there right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I love Michigan fall. It's great.
Yeah, good, man.
It was a good time. And then just back to work this week and fucking, chilling. You got no Halloween plans?
Nah, no Halloween plan. I'm just chilling, bro. keeping it low key, to be honest with you.
Me too, bro.
Saving up too because I'm going to Puerto Rico the week after Thanksgiving. So saving up my ducats so that way I can have some fun, fun out there and enjoy myself.
Is it big group or are you going with your friend you usually travel with?
I'm just going with my friend Ashley. Her and I, just the two of us, got like an Airbnb and then flying out there. So
hell yeah, dude, I like it.
Going for from like Sunday to Friday. So
and you got like excursions planned out, or is it just like a chill?
Yeah, so we're hoping to do like some zip lining stuff, and then they got like some tubing. And then that's where they have a Bacardi distillery or like what's. So we definitely want to go there, do the rum tasting thing. And then definitely just want to try some local food like mofongo. So yeah, just want to go out there and have a good time, get immersed within the culture.
Yeah, you said it's a week after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be dope.
I'm excited about it.
Were your tickets crazy expensive?
Actually, no, they weren't that bad. For the flight, it was for the two of us. It was like $6 or something.
When did you buy them?
Back in September.
Wow.
Not that bad.
I'm coming back to Michigan for Christmas. How much do you think I paid for that ticket?
Oh, you spent a good like $700.
Yeah, $900, bro. Like 8 something. It's like
insane. Because that time of the year.
Yeah.
Everybody's traveling.
Yeah.
All right. So that makes
terrible,
sense.
Bro. Terrible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been to Arizona a couple of times. That flight is not cheap.
I'm sure.
Like imagine, because my sister used to fly. Imagine like flying into like that regional airport down in Tucson.
Oh yeah. There'd be a zoo too. Holy shit,
So
man.
yeah.
Man.
All right, let's get into it, bro.
Yeah, where do you want to start? Tom Brady.
Bro, we gotta start there. I feel like what is going on? Like
That was quick, bro. But did you see the divorce was like final?
Yeah, the divorce is final, right?
That's crazy. Yeah, man. So that kind of explains. I mean, maybe he's just getting older, but damn, like that'd be fucking tough to be playing through that shit right now. He's probably miserable.
Like I feel like it has, so it has to be playing on him. But I honestly think that now that it's final. I think that may allow for him to kind of shift his focus back, right? Because before it was probably divorce and who's gonna get custody of the children and this and that probably just weighs on him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That I think now that it's over and it's finalized, he can kind of like, okay, that's out of my. He can decompartmentalize and
just get back.
Well, not decompartmentalize, but compartmentalize those things. Yeah. Put that back in that bucket and get back to focus on the rest. The only thing is that, like, bro, I don't think we realized it, but they owe the shit.
Yeah, they are.
Like they look like.
Mm-hmm. They've been returning the same players for the last like 2 years, bro, and they were all kind of
so old. And that defense, bro, you don't expect the Todd Bowles defense to be.
No, you don't. Especially that one that's been so dominant over the last 2 years.
Man, and then the fact that him and Mike Evans are like, how are you and Mike Evans, your number one receiver, out of sync?
Yeah. Do you think it is like a locker room thing right now? I think they're just mentally kind of out of it. That's got to be part of it. You know, they are older, but they've got talent.
I mean, they are older. It was just really surprising to me that like they lost. What is it? 3 straight?
They're 3-5, I think. They're 3 and
yeah. I was just bro. It was just surprising, bro, that just the precipitous fall that they've had.
Yeah,
and it has not looked good on either side of the ball.
No, it's crazy to be in a time right now where LeBron and Tom Brady are on horrible sports teams. Like they just don't seem like they're in contention at all. Either of them
at all.
It's weird.
And the thing with LeBron though, with the Lakers, that I think is a little bit different from Tom Brady is that LeBron didn't step away. Mm-hmm. He 10 tones down with the team. They just have a bad roster.
They have a horrible
that roster is rare. I don't know if the Bucks really have that bad of a roster as much as what you were talking about, like the locker room.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's there. Yeah, like they just don't look like they are in sync at all, bro. And and then it doesn't help that you got injuries to like some pretty key people like Godwin. They got like three different offensive linemen that are out.
Yeah, has Julio been playing? I haven't even really been playing.
Julio's played. He caught a touchdown last game, but they just, he's not the same guy, right?
No, of course.
Like 3 years ago. So, it's
been wild, dude. That division is fucking terrible, bro.
Bruh, who would have thought that division would have been the worst division in the league right now? Like why are the Panthers?
Yeah, they're probably 1 or 2, honestly. I think.
Like what?
No one expected that. And they got rid of Christian McCaffrey.
Bro, they throwing it in and like are in contention to win the division. You're throwing it in.
Yeah. Isn't that wild, bro? That they're all dreadful.
Crazy.
Absolutely dreadful. This is one of the wildest NFL seasons I've seen in a while.
It's been so wild, bro. The Giants.
Yeah, the Jets.
It's
insane, man.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of jealous that the Jets got more solid and we didn't.
Yeah, the culture he's instilled there is just like they just seem like gritty, like, you know.
And bro, it's the defense though, and we don't have that.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
We don't have like the defense, bro. Our defense is so porous.
What do you think? Do you think Campbell's? You probably know, are more connected to me with Detroit, like media. Like, is Campbell on like the hot seat right now? Are they talking about it?
I don't think that he's on the hot seat as much as the fact that they just understand that like they just don't have that. We don't have a roster.
That's good. I hope that's how it is because I like him.
You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like with the points that they put up and everything, like they know that they can score points. Even though it wasn't evident over the probably last 2 games, but they can't stop. They can't stop any fucking body. But they also don't have guys like they have some potential, but they don't have established guys like that are game changers like that.
No.
right? Like Okuda could potentially get in there. We know Tracy Walker is like our best offensive player. I think Rodriguez can be a hell of a fucking linebacker, but we don't have like game records like that, bro. That can just completely fuck a game. Like Von Miller, we know at some point it's gonna change the whole trajectory of a game just in one play. Aaron Donald, right? T.J. Watt, right? Hell,
we don't have disruptors.
Like and we don't have that at all right now.
Yeah,
we don't even have a Pro Bowler on the defensive end.
I did see Hutchinson for rookies is like tied for most pressures though, so that's good that they're starting to kind of. I don't know if that'll sustain, but that's what they really got to figure out is their quarterback pressure. I feel like that's been a Lions problem for so long.
They just can't get far. Well, it doesn't help that what's name isn't. I don't know if he's been playing either or Rourier.
Oh yeah, dude,
I think he's a leading stat guy. Yeah, so hopefully they can get together, but. I think going back to Brady and like that roster is just not good. And I don't think anybody expected that. Like we talked about the Giants and the Jets. And then hold on, we talk about Tom Brady. How about fucking Matt Ryan getting benched?
Yeah, that was pretty nuts, huh? Who's their backup?
Sam Ellinger.
Damn. No idea who that is. No clue who that is at all. That's not good.
Damn.
Is he a rookie? Who the fuck is that?
No, he's not.
Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, dude. A lot of benchings, a lot of crazy. I think that Tennessee quarterback's playing this week because Tannehill's not. Tannehill's out. So what's his name? Malik Willis.
I didn't even know. Malik Willis is playing?
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be cool.
I know he's electric. I liked watching him, like his college tape. Like so.
Yeah.
It'll be
interesting to see what he brings to it. But then I mean, Tua's back and he looked pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good. Even though, did you hear him recall what happened?
No, was it weird?
So the press conference, he even talked about. He was like, literally, I remember. I remember going to the game and stuff like that. But he was like. And then I don't know if he remembers a snap or anything prior to that, but like he said, he doesn't remember anything from like that snap to the time he woke up in the hospital.
Jesus, man, that's
he don't remember anything.
That's fucking scary, bro. Football's an ugly sport.
Shit.
Yeah,
like that's scary as hell, man.
That is. It's a brutal sport. These guys put their lives on the line, man. That's fucking. So much head jam. You know what's crazy is like maybe we probably talked about this before, but maybe it's because the UFC is so young. But it's weird that we haven't seen that with like a lot of these fighting sports, like as much as like football. You'd think like there'd just be a ton.
I think it's because at least with the UFC, it's not a constant thing, right? Like these guys aren't doing that on like a daily basis and for like 60 minutes, right?
It's true.
Compared to like the NFL, it's almost every day, at least every week, and you're doing it for hours on end, and like that trauma is like built up over years. Like it just you're so right, man. It's just like a slow build over time of just brain damage. It's fucking terrible. God damn. So and then I think we gotta also talk about like the fucking Packers.
Yeah, dude. Like I don't really know what to say about them. Like I knew they weren't gonna be as good this year, but like wow, it's like same thing. They just seem like very lifeless as a team. Just like
it's just like I think it's evident, and I think this is kind of went to the hindrance of Aaron Rodgers that he wasn't there during like their spring training and everything with those OTAs with those receivers to build some camaraderie with them and some because like it's like that passing game is fucking terrible.
Yeah. It's awful, man. I mean, the whole thing their D is shaky, but at times they look pretty good. And then other times, like, they can't stop anyone. I just like that.
And then there's just absolutely no connection with Rodgers in the best offense that they have is a running game.
Yeah, exactly. It's not good, man. I don't understand what his play was. Seriously, it just makes me keep continuing to look back at last season. And, like, what was that whole thing? Like, you the whole year we're like, I want out. just to re-sign for like a ton of money. You lose your best weapons. I know that's not his fault. It's more the organization's fault. But I
Yeah,
don't know. He had the opportunity to go somewhere else, and he wasn't happy as of last year. So I don't know. Him kind of just like deciding to mend that fence or whatever, just decide whatever, I'll stay. Like, I don't think that was a good move, man. Like he could have,
yeah.
anyone would have taken him. They needed a quarterback, you know? So
It's just it does not like how the mighty have fallen.
yeah. It's weird, dude. Like Mahomes, or excuse me, like the Packers and Bucks, so Brady and Rodgers just like seem like out of contention right now. Just
Yeah,
irrelevant, you know?
yeah.
Fucking
So
bizarre ass year.
it is very, very, very bizarre, but we'll see. I mean, we're not at the halfway point yet. What is it like? We're at what, game 7,
Yeah.
I think. So
When we
we're
get to the
getting there.
halfway
But
point, let's go revisit our records or like who we had winning it. That's gonna be interesting.
oh yeah, I have it written down too.
Okay. Cool. You been watching basketball?
I have been watching basketball, of course,
Yeah, man.
and
It's been a good season, man. Like I really like watching the Cavs. They look pretty good.
the Cavs look solid as hell. And I'm really liking this team. Well, the matchup, or not since they had a matchup, but the combination of DeJounte Murray and Trae Young.
Yeah.
Like they
They look good.
That's a nice ass team.
They've got a really. I think they're 4-1. They like because DeJounte Murray doesn't need the ball. Like he's very good at like getting it off and like playing efficient basketball and being efficient with his touches. And like Trae's kind of that like splurge scorer. They're a good backcourt. They match each other.
But then,
well.
just from like a defensive standpoint, DeJounte just really balances out that.
Yeah, because Trae
he's a hell of a fucking defender. You know what I mean? And he's long and like that team looks nice, man. John Collins, like that's a and they got a bench. Like that team could be pretty interesting this year. But bro, like the net,
it's wild, man.
the Heat, the Sixers, they're not having a really good start to the season. I mean, granted, it's only 5-6 games, so I don't know how it counts for much, but
yeah,
the Nets, like defensively, they got to figure something out, bro.
Dude, I don't know, man. That's another situation that's just so weird. Like that whole team went from like title favorite, I guess, last year at one point to like the whole fiasco, like Harden leaving, and then like maybe Kyrie leaving, maybe KD leaving. Now both of them are back, and I don't know. They just don't seem. They have good players like by name, like when you look at them on paper, but I swear, like when you watch them, I just feel like, man, they just look so like top heavy when like the second unit comes in. They just like, I think KD and Kyrie both scored like 39 for them in the last game. Like, and it's just no one else.
And it just went to shit because they don't have a third. Like one of the things is that they don't have the whole team yet. Like,
no,
they're still missing Seth. Joe Harris is still kind of making his way back.
Has Ben Simmons been playing?
Yeah, Ben Simmons is playing. He played that game against the Dallas. Dallas, Jesus, but against Dallas. And then they're also missing TJ Warren.
Yep.
Marquise Morris didn't play. So like they're still trying to get players back and getting them back and healthy, which I think will help, especially from a defensive standpoint. We'll kind of get them just back in mold and kind of make that bench a little bit more well-rounded.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I'm more worried about is like, bro, they so fucking light down low. Everybody's just long and thin. KD, long and thin.
Mm-hmm. No way.
Claxton is long and thin. Like they don't have any, big bodies that can like they get rebounded by like double digits almost every game, bro.
Right. Yeah. That is
and
true.
So it's like let's say they do get a stop, they're not getting the rebound.
Right. Yeah, so I mean that's a good point, bro. I mean, and that's kind of been a problem for them since KD Kyrie went there. Like it's always been like, who's your true center? You guys, it's always been like a bounce around type of thing. Luke is a bad boy though.
Dog. And I know I kind of downplayed it, but that addition to Christian Wood, I think a little bit more impactful than what I anticipated.
Me
like,
too,
dude. Balling, bro. Dude has been like tearing the shit up. And even with him coming off the bench, I think with him and that pick and roll between him and Luka is so fucking dangerous because Wood can score.
Why are they bringing him off the bench?
Well, one, I think just to give them some firepower off the bench.
Yeah,
Because he's not as good defensively as JaVale McGee is.
it's true.
So I think it's one just give them some firepower off the bench, um, and then
He's been playing great. He's scoring so much, so efficiently. Like he's just killing it.
And I think it helps because Luka with him, that pick and roll with him and Luka, Luka's gonna draw the attention, right? So they're gonna probably end up sacking off of him, and he can just go to work, bro, like that. That team is not. The thing is that team is not a team that's like built up a bunch of all-stars. You got one superstar, and that's it. I don't even know if you have another all-star on that team.
No, exactly.
Right, but they're so well put together, and they're really solid defensively, which is surprising because Luka's not known for his defense.
No.
But Jason Kidd is doing a hell of a job.
He really is, man. Who was your pick for MVP? Do you remember?
I think we both said Luka, no? Or did I say
you said Luka too?
I said Joel. Okay. But shit, has he looked, bro? He has looked fucking terrible. He didn't even score in the second half against Giannis.
Yeah, and Giannis looks good, bro. That dude looks on a mission. Yeah. Weird start. I mean, we're only 5 games in, so I mean,
it's early. It's early.
But I don't think it's too early to say that like the Lakers aren't doing shit with this roster, bro. They need to make a huge trade.
They gotta make some moves. Like the lack of shooting on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Like did you know that they're the lowest scoring team in the league?
No, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, their 3-point shooting is terrible. Like
I think they average like 102 points a game.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage.
I think the next closest is like 104 Toronto.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It doesn't look good, bro. I don't know what to say about that one. I don't know why you keep that thing together when it was a train wreck last year, but what can you do, man? These guys. What about the Clippers? I haven't been watching them. How are they looking?
Clippers look like it's just up and down because not everybody's playing every single game.
Yeah, I've heard Kawhi's already doing his shit and he's already injured again. That's what people are talking about. Kawhi, that's what everyone's saying, that he's already played.
No, he's not injured. He's just not playing. He hasn't been playing consistently because they're still trying to bring him back. Like they just had back-to-back games against the Thunder. He didn't play either one of those games, right? So like they haven't been playing all their guys. And Paul George, I don't know what the fuck PG is up with. Like, he's got to get his shit together. Dude was like 4 for like 18. Against, like, bro, you can't against the fucking Thunder, bro. Come on, you got to produce. That's games where if Kawhi's not playing, you got to show up and show the fuck out.
Right. Yeah.
And take over. So, but yeah, I feel like the Clips, once they can get everybody back and healthy and just on one accord and everything, but I think they're trying to like slow roll Kawhi back into game shape so that way they can really start to gel. But I'm not worried about the Clippers. I feel like at some point they'll get there, but the Clippers, like that roster is too good for them not to figure it out.
I get you. But yeah, we both said the Lakers roster is just
it's shit.
Yeah, it's bad, man. They don't have
it really is shit.
Pelicans, man, when they're healthy, I'm telling
you. The Pels, bro. I think I kind of slept them. I didn't think that. I for sure felt like they would make it to the playoffs, but that team is nice.
I'm telling you, bro. It's very well constructed. 3 dudes that can go, like, take the ball in their own hands and get you 20, 25 plus. And then, like, dogs. They have dogs on the bench, bro. Like, just, like, high-energy players that want to be scrappy and dive for loose balls.
Because, bro, like, Troy Murphy?
Mm-hmm.
Like him, like, with Zion went out. Didn't he go for, like, 30? Like,
yeah. Valanciunas has had a couple games.
Valanciunas has always been solid, bro. Like, he's just a solid big. I think oftentimes he gets overlooked because of Jokic and stuff, but like, dude can ball. And then fucking Portland.
Yeah, what?
Like, Anthony Simons is him on.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, like, that game against the Lakers, went.
Yeah, he
went.
You
knew he was going to close that game out, bro.
Of course.
You knew he was going to close that game out.
Of course. Yeah. Damn, who was I about to say? Oh, Anthony Edwards is a fucking dog too, bro. Anthony Edwards is killer.
I'm still kind of up in air about that combination though.
Yeah, I don't know about that team, but that dude is a future star, like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Who knew low key Danny Ainge was putting a fucking good team together?
Yeah, right.
Like he was not expecting that. He like, oh, we about to go and try to get Wembanyama, and here they are, 6 games in, they 4-2. Like, bro, stop winning these fucking games. I don't know what you're doing.
Stop. You think he's low key mad? He's like, what the fuck?
I don't know if he's mad, because I still think that there will be moves that will be made. I don't think he's done making moves and trying to acquire assets. Like I'm assuming at some point this year, Jordan Clarkson will not be on that team. But they just got really solid players, bro. Jordan Clarkson is still a good player. Colin Sexton is a good player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Lauri Markkanen is a dog. Like they got hoopers on their team, they can ball.
Right.
So
I don't see them going deep though. Do you?
No, I mean I could see them making like the play-in. If they kept that team, I see that they can definitely make the play-in.
Yeah.
But one thing I was reading though on ESPN is that like when LeBron was kind of having his reign in the East, compared to like the East now, the East is not a cakewalk.
No, not at all.
Like there are legit a solid 7 to 8 teams that are very competitive.
Yeah, I don't even think right now I could sit here and tell you like the West is. I think the West is better, but like not like definitively like the West is way fucking better. Like there's so many solid teams in the East. You're right.
Yeah, I mean you got Milwaukee, Atlanta, Cleveland, Boston, Chicago, Toronto. Toronto is tough as fuck, bro. Like they just, you know what I mean? You got Philly, you got Miami, you got Brooklyn. Like
there's a lot going on for sure.
Those teams are tough, man. Like the East is much deeper than what it used to be, and it's a much tougher thing. So I do want to ask you because they're talking about the collective bargaining agreement coming up.
Yep.
And they got to get that figured out by December. So of course, one of the things that they want to do is get rid of the one and done. Right. But one of the things that they were talking about was putting a cap limit and not letting teams exceed it.
Like a hard cap? Like a hard salary cap?
Like a hard cap. And there is no luxury tax. Like if you go, you can't go over it. And what they are saying is that like that would just create more parity.
I think
so that way, like you don't have teams like
the Lakers,
Brooklyn, Golden State, whoever, like paying so much money, but also having this asset of talent, and you get more talent spread out throughout the association.
Right. I like it. I'd vote for it.
So the thing is that the player association, I don't know if they're going to go for it.
Why wouldn't they? I could see the owners.
Because then at that point, it takes some of, because you think about it, it takes some of the power from the players to be able to team up together.
Yeah. And if there is a hard cap, that could honestly at least hinder for a little while these crazy max contracts that some players would be able to get, wouldn't it? Like,
well, then that was one thing they're also talking about too. So you remember what was it? What was that year where like people were getting dumbass contracts?
Yeah.
And then that following year, the contracts were like they couldn't get that same because they lost like a TV deal.
When was that?
Was it like
17.
Was it like 2015 and 2016 or some shit like that?
Yeah, like I think it was 16, 17 because it was people like it was like Matthew Dellavedova getting like a crazy deal.
I remember like Tim Hardaway Jr. got like $140 million contract, bro. You know what I mean? But then that following year, somebody like that was a solid ass player, like I don't know, like Sabonis or something, was only getting like a 3-year, $90 million. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. This is an all-star. So they're trying to. That's one other thing that they're talking about with the collective bargaining agreement was to put it to where you weren't having situations like that where it's going to stay consistent as far as like the type of contracts that could be offered and was going to be big, where players weren't going to get like super large paydays because of like an upcoming TV deal. Like they were going to try to figure that out to where people were, and it was going to be consistent across regardless of what free agency class you were going to be a part of.
Right. Okay.
What do you think about that?
I like that. I mean, yeah, I like that. Again, it's more just uniform. It's good for the players when they hit those years, right, and can get like a crazy contract. But then that really sucks for people that don't. And at that point, kind of back to what you said, then you're going to have people that are like average some year getting like stupid deals and like pretty good players not getting as good of a deal, and that just doesn't make sense. That's not really fair. So
so I think it makes sense. I'm just interested to see what happens with that whole salary cap situation, though.
Yeah, I hope they put the hard cap. That'd be interesting. If it hurts the players' money, that would suck. Then I would kind of change my mind. But like for the parity of teams, like I like that a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so. Yeah, we'll have to see because I haven't really read too much up into it. I don't know if it's going to hurt the players' money, but I think it's just going to hurt their ability to really take ownership of where they go and who they potentially team up with. And you know that they're very like player empowerment, and if they take that away, it's going to be interesting what the players think about it.
Definitely. Are you on board for all those? The 3 that you just proposed?
I like them for sure. The one and done, I think that needs to happen. My thing with the one and done is that I would just, if you have guys that like don't get drafted or anything, that they still get the possibility to go back to college, or being able to get on like a G League team.
That's a really good point. Why is that a rule? It's so weird that if you declare for the draft that you're no longer eligible. That's bizarre.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they need to like switch that up.
I wonder if the NCAA did that as like a way to threaten and like try to keep people to stay longer. I don't know. Like, why the fuck would that be a thing?
No, because like you think was like when is the draft in June?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It's like it's plenty of time for those players to like come back. School don't start until September.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense. Basketball season don't start until November.
Doesn't make any sense.
So it's like, why if it's a freshman, don't get picked up by the league, why can't they just go back and get now granted, I know that kind of holds up things with that school because they have only so many scholarships that they can give out, but still, like I feel like you would better have time to figure some shit out.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And if it's a top player like that, they probably don't even need a scholarship. They probably just get money off an NIL deal to where it's not really affecting them too much until they can get something figured out.
This is true.
But if it's a top player, I'm sure they'll figure some shit out.
Yeah, exactly. We know they can like move hoops.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure some way out. So
yeah. Man, I don't think we've talked because it was last Saturday. Did you see any of the UFC shit that went down?
No, talk to me about it.
Dude, yeah, that Khabib's boy submitted Oliveira. You didn't see anything on that? Dude,
I did not. No, I didn't see
2 rounds.
Anything on that, bro.
So he's the new lightweight champion.
You said it was 2 rounds?
Yeah, he fucking mauled him just like Khabib does to everyone and just fucking submitted him.
That's not surprising, though. That's not surprising.
Yeah, these fucking Dagestanis are literally taking over the UFC, man. It's fucking wild. And then that other dude, Chimaev, I think his name is, the guy that was supposed to fight Diaz and didn't. Yeah, that dude's an animal too. So if that guy wins a title, that would just be, I don't know, fucking insane. These guys are crazy. You didn't see anything on like the Sugar Sean fight? Nothing?
I didn't see any of it.
Yeah, man. It was. I didn't watch the fights either, but just going back, I guess the Sugar Sean Peter Yan fight was really close, and like Sugar Sean got the decision, and people are thinking that it's because people are in the UFC like that are like hardcore fans are saying like this is the first time they've ever felt like the UFC would like gave him a decision just because he's more popular and it would be better for him to keep winning type of thing. Does that make sense? So there was like a lot of like people were really skeptical on it. So I have to go watch it. I still haven't seen it, but you know who Sugar Sean is, right? The guy with the crazy rainbow hair. That's
yeah.
It's like a big YouTuber and shit like that. So like it's always been a question like, is this dude just like a star?
Dude got some hands.
He does,
He's
bro.
Got some hands,
he can fight for sure.
And the thing is, for him to be, because he's kind of frail, it seems like he got some heavy hands too.
Yeah, exactly. And he stuck in there with this dude, Peter Yan, who's the #1 contender in the division. And it was like close. Yeah, it was like the fight could have went either way. So it's like he can fight. But yeah. So he won. So I don't know if that means he's gonna get a title shot now, but that'd be kind of crazy. This dude that was like a YouTuber, and I think he came up through like the Ultimate Fighter and all that shit, like that TV show the UFC does. And then, you know, that'd be pretty nuts if he, you know, I don't know who the champ is in that division, but I think it's Aljamain Sterling. But yeah, I want to see him in a title fight. That'd be pretty crazy.
It will be. So your guy is coming back.
Who's that?
Loma.
Yeah, I saw that. Who's he fighting?
Is that next weekend? Is it next weekend?
I did see that. I don't know who he's fighting though. Found out. It's probably a tune-up.
Him and Ortiz. It's Ortiz.
Okay.
Jermaine Ortiz.
I don't know who that is. That'd be.
I don't know who the guy is either.
You'd think Loma. It seems like it's
Actually, that's
probably a tune-up.
today. That fight's today.
No way. I think the Jake Paul fight's today too, bro. I really hope
He's fighting like a 45-year-old man. If you don't get out of here, bro.
48.
He's 48?
He's like 47, 48. Dude, that's so old. That's fucking crazy. I really hope he wins, just for the sake of the world. If Anderson knocked him out, that'd be so cool. But I'm skeptical.
I can't, bro. I can't take him. Can he fight? Yes. But I can't take it serious. Like, you have to start fighting boxers, bro.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. Like, you look like you got some good fundamentals and you can hit hard, but like, all right, like actually do it now, you know?
Right.
Like, quit it.
Like, come on, dude. Come on, bro. Like, we gotta figure it out. Have they so have you heard anything more about Fury?
No.
Like, did they get
I think he's fighting Derek Chisora. He's like a legend out in England. Like, but he was never a champ. He was always just like a contender. But he's like a fan favorite. That's the last I heard. Is he's fighting him. Usyk's getting healthy, and will fight Fury in the spring. Usyk did an interview actually and said that the plan is Fury, and then he wants Wilder after Fury. And Usyk seems like one of those like Khabib like dudes that like he's not just saying shit for like show or like he means exactly what he says. Yeah. So that'd be cool.
Because then Wilder said he would go with Ruiz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or no?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Andy Ruiz? Is that no? That's not his name.
Yeah, the dude that beat Joshua, bigger Mexican guy. Yeah,
that's supposed to be next, right?
That's what he was saying. I think that would be like a murder. Like he would just assassinate Ruiz.
Yeah, I just don't know if he can. I mean, because the thing is that like there's a reach, a size, from like a height advantage and everything,
Athletic.
And then we just know that the power.
Yeah, I don't see that going forward. Then Ruiz is a terrific boxer and counter puncher, but like I don't know, something about that stylistic matchup just makes me think like, yeah, the size and athletic difference, Wilder would just catch him really quickly.
Yeah. Did you hear that oh shit, why am I drawing a blank? Fuck. Who fought Tyson not too long ago?
Tyson Fury no. Roy Jones Jr.
Yes. Did you hear that he was looking for like a celebrity fight, bro?
I did. I heard that he was trying to like get back in the ring.
What are we doing?
Yeah, it's a weird thing, huh? Like everyone wants to box.
Bro, you over 50, bro. We gotta stop.
Yeah.
You gotta stop it.
It's not good.
Just go out there and spar like with some people. You don't need to go put on no show, bro. It's
and now Le'Veon Bell's a boxer. I think he fights tonight, if I'm not mistaken, on the undercard for Jake Paul. It's like, bro, it's like his second fight. It's like, what are these guys doing, man? Like, that's such an odd thing to pick up in the middle of your life and say you want to pursue it.
Come on, bro, because they just not willing to let go of being an athlete and moving on from that.
Yeah, I think you're right. You need the money.
It's tough, but we know Adrian Peterson, boy.
Bro, he got knocked out so hard too, or like he got hit so hard. And I just seeing that, it's like, damn, bro, you've fallen so far from grace. Like you were top running back, like making so much money.
The thing with Adrian Peterson is that like he was just over here and this is like they talk about with athletes, is that like they think that money is gonna last forever and they don't, bro.
Yeah. You need a good team around you, people that aren't enabling you, like good financial advisors.
Well, then you also just need to make sure that you have people that aren't stealing money.
Yes. So, I mean,
because even I think I was listening to like a Breakfast Club interview, and Fat Joe was talking about the fact that like he had somebody that was like he wasn't beforehand. He said he wasn't really like checking his statements and shit like that. But one day he's just like, I gotta check, and bro, like. In the accounting firm, they had account and they were stealing like millions of dollars from him.
Wow.
just frivolously taking his card and spending shit on themselves without his permission.
That's fucked up. But could you imagine having that much money that you don't even notice that millions are going out of your account? That is so fucking surreal sounding.
Rich people problems.
Yeah, right. Holy shit. Still, that's horrible.
Check my fucking account like every day.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Hoping more money's in there. It's not.
Right. Speaking of more money, shit, I done fucking around and bought a couple tickets for this Mega Millions because I fucking need it.
Yeah, man. Oh, that would be crazy. Do you think if you won the Mega Millions, like it would just like instantly, like, I mean, obviously at first you'd be really happy, but I was talking to my brother about this like a week ago, and he was like, man, it was actually pretty profound. This dude's like 21. I was like, okay, that's very interesting. He goes, I would not want to win the Mega Millions, the Powerball, or something like that, because like I have so much that I still need to like work for and accomplish that would just like, it's like the game's over. Like it's like you're kind of just like filthy rich and you got nothing to work for. And I was like, yeah, like I there's no way I'd turn down the money, but like I get what you're saying. Like that is like that would be very interesting to then just be like, I don't know. You like you don't necessarily have to work ever again. Life is just kind of like taken care of for you at that point.
But then, see, but I think you're looking at it the wrong way, because then with that type of money, you have an opportunity to really explore the shit that you want to.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
You have the assets, you have the funds to that fucking wild dream that you was like, oh, I want to do this, like try this business. You have the money to do it.
Believe me, I'm with you. I would take it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I definitely didn't view it that way. But then also you talk it like he says that, but like how many times have we seen people win lotteries and then they end up broke in a couple of years?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They don't know how to handle that much fucking money. The same with these fucking athletes. I'm pretty sure you saw that 30 for 30 broke, where you had players, they talked about Allen Iverson or whoever, where like these guys just go broke because they over here just frivolously going gambling and stuff like that because they don't know how to deal with the fact that they don't have the type of money. Oh, and then also speaking about the money, did you see that Instagram that I sent you about that jock tax? And it was created because of Michael Jordan. Did I tell you? Did you see that, bruh? Okay, so you know how athletes nowadays, wherever city that they play in that day, that week, or whatever, they have to pay a tax.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Right. That wasn't in existence before Michael Jordan.
Oh, really?
So like, and I think it was when they were playing the Lakers in the finals. So what was that, like 92?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
The city of Los Angeles sent him a bill for the tax for him playing in Los Angeles in the finals. Well, what they did in return was when the Lakers came to Chicago to play, they also sent their players a fucking tax bill back. And so what they started doing now, and so what they also started doing is like any other players that were coming in, they were going to start to tax them. So all this shit was created because of Los Angeles and Michael Jordan.
Damn. Well, we fucked it up for everyone, man. That's stupid.
Really? All because they were just trying to be, you know what I mean? Because Michael Jordan was probably like reaching his prime as far as like being a player and dominating. And they got
petty.
They got petty.
That's really stupid.
And taxed his ass.
Wow. Yeah.
And so now all these players have to, no matter what sport it is, they all have to pay a tax to in the work. Like in some of the places, like the work. Like imagine having to pay fucking a tax in Chicago, bro. You not only have the state tax you, but you also got a city and a county tax. Like the Chicago city tax is 13%.
Damn. And they have a county, you said?
Like that's a lot of fucking money, bro.
It is, man. It'd be interesting to see like some of these guys with these huge contracts after their, taxes, paying all their people, like their, agents and like people that get them right, like their staff, like how much they actually take home. It'd be really interesting to see.
Yes, bro. Yes. I mean, I'm sure it's still a lot, but and I also got to think like they don't get paid during the off season.
Yeah, they get paid per game
during season. Yeah, they get paid per game. Like for like NFL players, they get paid per week. So like when they in the off season, unless they got like some sort of like endorsement deal, they have no money coming in from them actually playing from like their a particular team.
Right. It's so wild. They just fucking. Do you think they're W-2'd? Like for their team? In
Are they
1099?
W-2?
No, they're 1099, right? Because they're contract, right?
Yeah, they're contractors.
Yeah. That's so bizarre. So like, I think we've talked about this before, but like you think of someone like LeBron that spends all that shit on his body, can he just write that off as like business expenses and like his trainers?
I would assume. Honestly, I would assume so. Like real talk, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Because of him being an athlete and his body, I'm gonna assume that he can probably write it off as a tax write-off because his body is his business.
Mm-hmm. That's so wild, man. That fucking dude. Poor guy. He's struggling right now. That's
LeBron isn't struggling.
I mean, he's playing all right, but Jesus,
he's playing well.
You think he cares?
I think he does because this doesn't look good for his legacy, right? For him to be considered like best player, this doesn't look good for that. But honestly, as much slack as Russ is getting that he's not playing well,
it's not all him.
You know who really isn't playing well? That I think a lot of people. Anthony, what the fuck is Anthony Davis doing?
I don't know, man. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, it's so crazy how dominant that dude was in the Pelicans, and he had a really good year, their championship year. But like, he is just like, I don't know. He doesn't look the same dude,
bro, at all, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if he can revert back to being like Pelicans or when he first got to the Lakers, because like he can't be the guy that like he needs to be the best player on the Lakers for them to be successful. LeBron can't be the best player on the team.
Exactly. Yep. And that's kind of how it was the year they won the championship. Like they were neck and neck, and like there was arguments. I remember it was like the talk was like, who's more important to that team right now? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But now it's clear that Davis has to, and he's not stepping up to that plate, bro.
Exactly. I don't know, dude. I think, yeah. I don't know what you do in that situation because he's got a huge contract. Obviously, I wouldn't think they'd want to trade LeBron. Like, could Anthony Davis be on the table? He's not it.
No, he's not. I don't think they're gonna get rid of AD. I think they're really gonna try to make a play to go get like Miles Turner and Buddy Hield from the Pacers. I think they're definitely gonna try to go and make that move because hell, I think the other day like Miles Turner and he just first came back, dude. He had like 25 or some shit. Yeah, 20. That had double-digit rebounds and like 3 blocks. Like they beat that.
Yeah, he's a dog for sure. I don't know why they'd give up him and Buddy Hield for Westbrook and other things unless there was like another team involved or if the Lakers gave draft picks or something. Like why would they? Yeah. Russ is not by himself worth. I don't know. I don't think.
Well, World Series is on its way. Phillies is up 1-0.
Oh, is it game 1 right now?
No, it's game 2 right now, and the Astros is up 3-0. But the series right now is Phillies are up 1-0. So who do you got?
I'm gonna say Philly.
Phillies or Astros?
Philly.
Phillies?
Yeah, I like Bryce.
I have to go with the Astros, bro.
Yeah.
Is Verlander on the team? Really good. Say that one more time.
Is Verlander on their team still?
Yep. That's the thing. Like they have a bullpen that's just insane, bro.
Who's in their pit? Do they have other good starters as well? Like I haven't followed them at all. Let's see. They have Verlander. They have Brian Abreu. Let's see what they have. Valdez, McCullers, Abreu. Like they're just so deep. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably watch some of these games, man. I haven't watched much baseball at all this year. But I did see that Bryce Harper homer. That was pretty sweet to send them.
Insane. Did you hear what the owner said to him? The owner was like, man, I paid you a lot of money. He paid him $330 million.
I remember. Yeah, he had a fat contract.
Right. Hold on. Then he was like, I probably underpaid you.
Damn. Really?
What? I probably underpaid you at $330 million?
Yeah, that's fucking insane, bro. Baseball contracts are still the fucking fattest, man. Those guys get
paid.
They get bread. I cannot wait to see Aaron
Bobby
Judge.
Bonilla.
Yeah.
Bobby Bonilla.
He has a day. That dude, every year on Facebook when I see that, I get pretty upset. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, this motherfucker. I am struggling over here.
He hasn't played in how long?
Yeah, he's just doing his thing.
Definitely get paid, bro.
What a life.
Shit is insane, bro.
I can't wait to see what Aaron Judge's contract looks like. That's gonna be mega.
It is. They gotta give him his bread, bro.
Oh yeah, they will. But like, fuck. And it's the Yankees, and there's no salary cap, and they're one of like the richest organizations in sports, right? Like that's gonna be.
So the question is, do you think it's gonna be in like that Mahomes like 500 million, 10-year, 500 million type of thing?
Yeah, something like that. I was gonna say, I think the 500s is probably where it would be. I mean, when you got a player that's like a generational talent, it's like proven, like, and they're still that young. Like, yeah, why would you not? Totally get it.
Yeah. Oh, I want to touch on this before we get off. Your boy's back, and he dropped 27 in this exhibition game against Saginaw Valley State.
This is you?
No, not me.
I was like, you're playing?
Imani Bates.
I thought you meant you were playing like a men's league. I was like, damn, oh, you're balling? Tore it right up the ACL.
Tore that bitch right. No,
Imani Bates is balling.
Yeah, came back, dropped like 27 and 9.
He should.
He looked good. I mean, granted, it was against Grand Valley State, so it's like the comp is not there, but
like, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like it's like he should. We need to see a killer year out of him for him to be considered like a great, like a lottery pick. I feel like because like his competition is not going to be as good, and that's not no disrespect to them or him. Like that's fine, but it's like he's got a ball for sure.
Yeah, I think if he's able to put up about like 25, between like 20 to 25 a game, get like 6 rebounds.
Yeah, I agree.
And if he can potentially get that team to the tournament and make some noise, I think it'll definitely rise in stock. I definitely think it'll rise in stock. If he can do that, now granted, the MAC is not the toughest conference, but it'll be interesting because they play Michigan. Like one of their first games is they played Michigan at Little Caesars Arena.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So
that'd be a good game to go to.
A really good game to kind of see how he plays against that level of competition.
Definitely.
What he does. So
yeah, I would want to tune into that. Yeah. What's your thoughts on, real quick before you go, the Kanye situation? That's pretty crazy, bro. Oh, that dude's lost a ton of fucking money over the last week.
What he has. So this is the thing. What bothers me about this whole shit with Kanye is that like people want to be in this big uproar about these anti-Semitic comments that he's made, right? And there's all this action that was taken by these banks and these large corporations. But like, where the fuck was these corporations when he said that like slavery was a choice?
So that's a good point. I've thought that, but is it because he's black that he can say that? You know what I mean? Obviously, if someone else said that,
no, shit is wrong.
It's definitely wrong. But like, if a
white dude doesn't make it okay for a black person to say that shit or not.
I totally agree. I'm just saying, like, is that why he got a pass? Is because he's black? Like,
he ain't getting no. Like, they may have been okay because they was like, okay, well, it don't affect us, but that shit is not okay.
No, it's
definitely. You have all
okay.
these other organizations that are separate. Fucking the Goodwill's not even taking Kanye shit that they don't want to give to like people that's less fortunate. They're like, if we get any Yeezy shit, we send it back. What?
Yeah, that's insane, bro. What?
The fucking Goodwill not taking anything? Like, it's a donation, my nigga. You not gonna take my donation?
This is true, man. I don't know, bro. Like, it's that fucking such a bizarre situation. I couldn't find the comments forever. It took me so long to actually figure out what he said. I just kept seeing all this shit that he was like canceled and everything, and I was like, what did he say? And I finally found like the tweet, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's not okay, but it's just like
it's not okay, but like. He's also in the sense like calling out the fucking hypocrisy that there is. And one of the things that because he made the comments about fucking George Floyd, he made the anti-Semitic comments and shit like that, right? And there people are like, as I'm asked about like, why is it that when he made anti-Semitic things that they started to take action, but they didn't do the same with this other portion.
Mm-hmm.
And the question, this is where I feel like it brought up the question about the fact that like this goes to expose the fact that there's a lack of black leadership in large corporations.
In what
Right,
way?
because we know that there's plenty of Jewish Jewish individuals that are in leadership roles in large corporations, right?
Yes.
But we don't have that same type of black leadership to where there can be there can be a large action taken when he makes comments like slavery was a choice. But when he
Yeah,
makes
that's a good point.
anti-Semitic comments, they can take action, right?
Right. That's true.
Or they were talking to, there was on a Breakfast Club where they were talking to a music executive, and they were talking about how a lot of these young rappers are like sipping lean or or actually codeine or whatever it is, right? And they're like, why do you support these guys? And the guy was like, well, you know, I want to give individuals chances and everything. And they're like, but you don't think that that's like, you're promoting this individual that does this type of things. You don't think that that's like counterproductive? And he was like, well, I have a mouth to feed. I got family, I got people to take care of. And they're like, that don't make you a culture vulture?
Right.
Like you're literally preying on a black culture and its demise for your own gain.
Yeah.
You are the epitome of you are the epitome.
Who is this? The dude on the Breakfast Club?
It was they had a guest on there on the Breakfast Club where he was talking about this. Hold on, I can pull it up real quick. But it's like it's not okay. Like you can't go around be okay with them doing certain things or saying certain shit when it comes to like killing black people, raping women and stuff like that. But when it comes to when they say anti-Semitic things, all of a sudden you really want to take action. But when they say these certain things, like it's okay.
Yeah, it's not okay either way. Actually, I think I saw that. I don't know. This is confirmed, but that George Floyd's family's suing him. I don't know if that's actually happening.
I mean, well, because they can. They're the ones that can take that action, right? Like a corporation can't take that action, but
no,
they can take. He can take that action as far as they can take that action as far as making sure, because he was completely out of line for saying that. Like there was like doctors that were under oath stating about what happened to him and everything. So it's like it was just a completely false statement that he made.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on with that man. I think like he's probably like bipolar, and I don't think he's probably taking meds for it. And he just has like manic episodes or whatever. Like I don't know. I really don't.
I just need Kanye to like figure out where he wants to be, because now he's over here on this whole thing of what I was just mentioning to, you know, we allow for the Jewish community to kind of tap into black culture around, but in investing in guys that are talking about killing other people, doing this, and it's okay and they promote it, right? But then when you say something that's negative about like saying anti-Semitic things, then they want to start to take action, and it's like it's a little bit of like
I get what you're saying.
Very oxymoron, right? Like it's like how is one working not the other?
Yeah.
And so it's like we're allowing them to like profitize off of negative stereotypes of black culture, and they're promoting it and they're making money off of it.
Yeah, what he should have done is been more specific. It was
like a Jewish community, though.
Yeah, but he should have been specific, I guess is the thing. Like, and just called out directly who he's talking about, because you can't just say like, you know, you can't just generalize. That's the thing.
Oh no! But then the thing is, like, you can't say that, but then at the same time say that slavery was a choice. Both aren't the same. Those aren't the same thing.
That man, dude, like, I don't know if I've ever seen someone so like, he probably has the biggest God complex out of like anyone in the world, man. Like that, like he's just got like, that's the thing though, is like he is for so long, but like everything he's done in music and fashion and like things he said, he's just been supported and kind of been told like, yeah, like you're a genius and all this stuff. And like, then he just goes on these like, these episodes where it's just like, I just can't with him, bro. That dude just like, he drives me fucking crazy. He drives me.
The thing with me is that like, what bothers me with Kanye is that like, he, to me, seeks the approval of people in power more than anybody that we know.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he acts like he doesn't. Everything's like, you're not gonna, but it's like,
but he really does seek the approval of people in power.
Yeah,
right. Like that. That's why he does his whole, the stuff with Trump, or like these White Lives Matter shirts. Like he seeks the approval of people in power.
Yeah.
And that ugh, it's annoying. Like, you can't ride that fence, bro. You're gonna have to pick some place to be.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna end for him. I don't know, like he just lost a ton of money on all his deals, and I think he's getting sued by the Floyd family for that bullshit that he was saying.
You need to get sued. You can't say no reckless shit like that and think that you're gonna get away with it, bro.